The following stories were postings about true encounters with famous NBA personalities. However, while 6 of them are considered to be true, one is definitively to the contrary. An imaginary tale concocted specifically for the special edition of this series. So, without further ado, can you spot the Naught? Number 1. Steve Nash. I went to high school in Victoria, British Columbia from 1992 to 1995. Although Nash had already left for Santa Clara, he still came back during breaks and was something of a legend in the area among the fellows who balled. In Victoria, there aren't a whole lot of outdoor basketball courts, but some of the best ones were right next to South Park Elementary School. There was only one good rim on the courts at the time, and Nash and a buddy came up to the 3 of us and said that they would play us 2 on 3. If they won, they got to shoot on the rim by themselves, and we had to find another to play on. They proceeded to annihilate us. We had to play on the inferior hoop the rest of the afternoon while he and his buddy practiced. Number 2. Nerlens Noel. I was showing my friend around Kentucky's campus. He went to a different college and doesn't really follow basketball. And we ended up seeing none other than Nerlens Noel. My friend asked me if that was Anthony Davis, so I told him to ask him. The look on Noel's face when he asked him that question was one I will never forget. Number 3. Tim Hardaway's mustache. Tim Hardaway once complimented my mustache in the middle of a game during the pre-Olympics tournament in 1999 in San Juan, Puerto Rico. My brother and I sneaked onto 2 floor seats that were vacant in the last quarter of the game. Team USA was winning by a blowout. There was a guy yelling, "Timmy! Timmy! Timmy!" behind us, and when Hardaway finally looked, he saw me and my brother. I was 11 at the time and had a pre-puberty mustache that most kids have at that age. Hardaway touched his own mustache and then gave me a thumbs up. I never felt cooler in my life. Number 4. Nate Robinson. Nate and my sister were pretty good friends in high school. The first time I met him, he made fun of how big my head was for a good hour. He called me Chrome Dome every other time I met him. I also used to watch him dunk over Lodrick and Roderick Stewart at the Rainier Community Center. Watching him jump over someone who's over 6 feet in person is insane. Funny fact, my sister is taller than Nate. Number 5. Anderson Varejao's charity. Around 3 months ago, I was visiting family in the Bay Area. We went to a local McDonald's to grab a quick bite to eat for lunch before touring the area. Surprisingly, Anderson Varejao walks through the door with his big floppy hair and a huge smile on his face. He had a small posse around him, laughing and joking. My family and I sat with our food and watched as people would occasionally ask for Varejao's autograph and take pictures. After he was done, he proceeded to order around 3 dozen Big Macs and large fries for everyone there as well as anyone who came in. He parked them at his table with his friends and signed autographs while people picked up the free food. Number 6. Ron Artest's shoe. Ron Artest threw a shoe at me at a St. John's University charity game when I was about 8 years old. I didn't get to keep the shoe. Sad face. So, Out of these supposedly true encounters with NBA stars, which stories did you believe to be truth rather than fiction? If you guessed all but number 5, the story of Anderson Varejao's charity at a local Bay Area McDonald's, you'd be right. This story was false. As always, thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe so that you can tune in next time for another mind-boggling episode of Spot the Naught, where truth isn't always greater than fiction.